June Fusion Legendary Champ has just been unveiled, and it is a partner champion to Arbiter, of all things. Legendary Defense Champ for the High Elves faction, known as the Incarnate. Let's break down the kit, and then talk about why I'm going to be skipping this fusion, man. And I'm actually so happy, because I've been blasting the past couple of fusions, which is not easy to do as a new player. But whatever, man, we'll get to that when we get to it. Okay, the A1 is attack one enemy 2 times, each hit with a 50% chance of placing a Provoke debuff for 1 turn. Also has a chance of counterattacking when an ally Arbiter is hit, so a little bit of synergy there. Solid Provoke. Good stuff. It's actually very reliable when you think about it. Double hitter, each hit with 50% chance. It's quite likely that the Provoke is going to be landing. Obviously good into Hydra, all that good stuff. The A2, attack all enemies with a 100% chance of removing all shield buffs and 1 random buff from all enemies. So some buff peel, which, I don't know, I guess that's good into a lot of things. Not bad into Hydra. The shield buff removal, correct me if I'm wrong, but can bolster, I can actually check this in the game right now, but I don't think that bolster shield buffs in something like Arena, for example, can be removed with buff removal. Okay, I just tapped into my game to check, and yes, bolster shield buffs are protected, so they won't actually be affected by this, so really quite niche, kind of meh, kind of, I don't know, a little bit of a crappy extra addition to the skill, but all in all, it's a fine skill, given that it also places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the shield is proportional to this champion's defense, so it can scale quite a way as well, and you can book this down to a 3-turn cooldown. Quite average, I guess. Not bad. Helps the entire team. Good into quite a few areas of the game, but not to be relied upon in Arena. The A3 defensive measures. This can be booked down using only 2 tomes to a 3-turn cooldown. Place an ally protection buff on all allies except this champ. Also place a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. Okay. Ally protect. Nice and versatile. Kind of decent everywhere. Strengthen. Obviously an S tier buff. If you're lacking that on your team, you might value this gal pretty darn highly indeed. Besides that, is the core kit quite average as far as legendary tanks go, as far as legendary provokers go. From what I know of Raid, and it ain't much, right? I've been playing the game 3.5 months. She seems quite average-ish to me, personally. Now, if you're really lacking legendary quality provokers, then hell, maybe she'll find a home on your account. But is she worth absolutely blasting the fusion for and postponing life itself to get this fusion done to pick her up? I'd say that, I don't know. Moving on to the passive, because we might as well cover that too. It is quite cool. Increase this champion's accuracy by 20 for each ally under ally protection buff. So obviously take her into Hydra. She is a Hydra style tank, right? I mean, with the toolkit like this. That's what, an extra 100 accuracy? If you can just keep this buff up, that's pretty solid, man. The only thing she needs accuracy for is... Do you need accuracy for removing random buffs from enemies? I think you do, right? I'm pretty sure that you do. You obviously need accuracy for the provoke as well, but it's nice just getting that 100 extra free accuracy in something like Hydra, so you can just put those stats into other things, put those stats into defense, HP, whatever. Or speed, actually. What am I talking about? Speed is king, right? When killed, resets the cooldown of the Destiny's Call skill for any Arbiters. If there are multiple Arbiters on the team with this skill, this effect will only activate once. So Destiny's Call is, of course, Arbiter's revive ability, so you can just be very reliably revived by the Arbiter. But are you really going to be in that many situations where the Incarnate, where this gal, where your tank is dying before your support Arbiter? I don't know about that, man. Maybe she'll just provoke a little bit too well and get herself killed, and then Arbiter revives from there. I don't know, man. Is that valuable? How do you guys feel about that? I haven't unlocked Arbiter yet, and so, hey. Next up, Ultimate Purpose, another passive. Increases champion's resistance by 20 for each ally. Oh, okay, sweet. So she also gets plus 20 resistance for each ally under ally protector as well. Pretty good. This champion will also receive 20% of the damage of any ally arbiters. And there you go. I should have just kept on reading, dude. If any ally arbiter is about to get killed by a fatal hit, place an unkillable buff on her for 1 turn. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, this effect will only activate once. Okay. Alright, man. Added synergy. That's pretty cool. And next up, let's get to see what the community has to say about good old Incarnate. Not gonna lie, I went ahead, chimed in on the poll as well. I mostly just wanted to see the results. I thought she'd be about average or below average, and I went with below average myself. And I think that really she's being compared to the previous few fusions, which have all been really quite excellent. And to many people, many people have considered the last few fusions to be unmissable. And so if she's being compared to those, she probably is a little bit below average. And checking out some of people's comments, I'm going for her only on the off chance I pull a dupe in the future and can use them as faction guardians. Mr. We Entity here says, I think she's okay and you can totally skip her, but I will personally go for it just because I don't have your roster yet. And Strengthen plus Ally Protection is very good in a single ability. He's not wrong about that. Again, just solid for a Legendary Provoker, I think. There's a bit of a debate going on here. You're better off saving your shards and resources at your current point of the game. This fusion is definitely not worth your resources. Save it for what? Another fusion? Yes, this is the true 15th anniversary gift. A legit skippable fusion. Oh god. Dude, the fusions do come thick and fast. I'm not gonna lie, it is a relief to be able to just skip one for the time being. And Aladan here says, replying to a newer player, if Arbiter is your main champ, this will be amazing. If Arbiter is no longer on every team, then this champ falls off hard. Granted that Ally Protected and Strengthen. It's a very nice combo for Clan Boss and stripping shields. It's a nice skill, but most of the time I deal with an annoying shield. It's with Brogni. And yeah, very interesting champion, but she is very skippable. So here's my tank situation right now as far as my account goes. I've got a couple of guys that have got to max up. The crown jewel of my account is Archer Queen. This gal is insane. I know for a fact she's one of the best Hydra tanks in the game, and so I feel pretty damn fortunate to have looked my way into a super easy tournament and just picked her up for free, and so I'm covered on that front. We've also got good old Bivald just waiting in the wings. He's currently sitting at 50. Going to be maxing him up sometime after we max up good old Vaultkeeper Wixwell, who, again, is just another very solid legendary tank that I'm already working with. Going to be maxing this guy up mostly for Clan Boss, but I'm sure he can also do something of a job for me in Hydra as well. But to be honest, even if I didn't have such fantastically good, high-quality tanks, just sort of waiting in the wings, waiting to come into the spotlight, and maybe I just had like a couple of epic alternatives or something like that, I think I'd be content with that and fine to skip out on this fusion as well. But hey man, if you're going to be blasting this fusion and the Incarnate seems like a champ that you're going to want to get your hands on, then you have my blessing with code GameLeap. Go ahead, input the promo code GameLeap to get yourself a free energy refill, 10 free experience brews and 100k silver. It's not much, but it might just help you on your way, man, to get yourself Incarnate on your account. And you know what? Even if you're not going for Incarnate, you can use this promo code anyway, because I'm just such a nice guy, man, that I'm just giving it to everybody, you know? Hey, make sure to share it with your clan as well. Free energy refills. No one's unhappy to get their hands on one of those. But hey, man, what do you guys think of good old Incarnate? Will you be blasting for her in a few days when the fusion events start to tick over? Or is this going to be a skip for you as well, and just allow your account to recover a little bit from the spree of very, very good fusions recently that have left me completely bereft of sacred shards? And yeah, I don't know, I could just use some time farming Minotaur, to be honest, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all did enjoy. If you're looking to start off a new Raid Shadow Legends account, by the way, a new free-to-play adventure or something like that, and you want to help support the channel, make sure to do so by clicking on the promo link down below at the top of the video description to start off your fresh new account with a free epic champion in the form of Juliana and a whole bunch of starting freebies, man. Hey, do enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to catch all of y'all just a tad bit later, man.